Oh yes, the X-Men franchise. Isn't it time they kind of buried that one now? What's that? The last movie did really well? Oh well, of course that doesn't matter because the fans will hate on this one just because we tell them it's really bad. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, well screw you critics. You have no idea what us X-Men fans actually like and don't like. X-Men Apocalypse, directed by Bryan Singer, starring James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence, Oscar Isaac, Nicholas Hoult, Rose Byrne, Ty Sheridan, Sophie Turner, Olivia Munn and Lucas Till. So X-Men Apocalypse is the story of just how the very familiar team of X-Men came to be as they take on their biggest threat yet in Apocalypse. After an opening narration we get to see just how Apocalypse is created. But after the opening sequence, we soon flash forward to the 80s to be introduced to Cyclops and be caught up on the events of the previous movie, before reintroducing Mystique and getting us acquainted with the new Angel and Nightcrawler. And we also see Magneto trying to keep a low profile, and we also see that a lot has happened to him since the events of Days of Future Past. We then get to see the school and be introduced to Jean Grey, as well as catching up with some very familiar faces including Charles Xavier. We then see Rose Byrne's character returning as she discovers something very interesting. But it's here that everything really starts to go downhill as Jean warns Charles that something is coming. We then see Magneto lose everything in one fell swoop. And it's then we get introduced to Storm as she witnesses something very terrible done by Apocalypse. Which is then followed by a very amusing scene which leads into a ton of exposition about our main villain. Now once this movie gets going you really do begin wondering why critics have been slating this movie left, right and centre. And then we see Apocalypse beginning to recruit fellow mutants to his cause as Cyclops and Nightcrawler try and get used to the school. But before Magneto can take his revenge, he is soon recruited by Apocalypse himself. And then we're finally reintroduced to Quicksilver, and the best thing is, he's given so much more to do here. We then see Apocalypse starting to get more powerful as everything starts going to hell. But it's from those ashes that the X-Men's origins truly begin as they infiltrate a very familiar facility and we get to see a very familiar character finally get his proper origin. As Apocalypse begins to realise his true vision, it's from here that we see Xavier's students build the very familiar team and try and take him and his army down. So X-Men Apocalypse is definitely a worthy sequel to this already behemoth of a franchise. And yes, while not as good as Days of Future Past, it really manages to build up the new team really well as they fight for the battle of their lives. My final verdict is an 8 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching this guys as always. Now it's over to you, so feel free to comment below and tell me what your thoughts are on X-Men Apocalypse. And if you also, while I'm at it, if you guys would like to see a spoiler talk and discussion video, then feel free to drop me down a comment below if you want to see that. And as always guys, if you are new to my channel, feel free to click here to see more and subscribe as I do make new videos as often as I can. And as always guys, I shall see you all on the next one and take care.